Beautiful, blessed beginnings, everyone. Welcome to 2024. Now, look, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I wanted to say Habarigani, everyone, when I started recording, but that just goes to show you how much I really, truly loved and enjoyed and immersed I was in the Kwanzaa experience. That was such a beautiful experience to go through, especially my first year. I truly enjoyed it. So this is what this video is going to be about. It's actually going to be my Kwanzaa wrap up. Now, I know we are a few days into the new year already, but I really had to take a step back. I had to collect myself. I had to rest and I had to recharge. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all. It took me a couple of days to like slow myself down to a stop. And then it took myself like a day to where I was like in this mix of, I was in this funny place where I couldn't sleep because I wanted to get work done, but I was so tired and so exhausted from constantly working myself that I was fighting myself and I became restless, right? So, I want to say January 3rd, I didn't sleep at all. Like, I didn't get no sleep. January 4th, was the day that I actually was able to shut it all down, and go to sleep. But I didn't go to sleep. I didn't get to sleep until after 1:30. Now, can you imagine being up over 24 hours, like 36 hours at that, for real, and not being able to shut your brain down, shut your body down, or get your body to slow down in a way that you can actually have some restful, peace, restful energy. So it did take me a little bit to get myself to where I needed to be so that I could rest. But that just goes to show how charged up and how fired up I am about 2024, and I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to just kick off and like hit the ground running, right? But again, this video is my Kwanzaa wrap-up video because I was not able to get it done like I wanted to. I thoroughly enjoyed Kwanzaa. I thoroughly enjoyed my Kwanzaa experience. It taught me so much. It brought so many revelations to me. It showed me a lot about me. It told me a lot about me and how strongly I feel about certain things. My son came out of his mouth and was like, I really enjoy celebrating Kwanzaa. And it wasn't even about the gifts for him. Yes, I did span out, like he got gifts over the course of those 7 days and he really thoroughly enjoyed it. But we spoke about the principles. We did everything that we were supposed to do. We learned, we had conversations around the principles. We had conversations about so many things involving Kwanzaa that, Kwanzaa sparked before he could even touch those gifts, right? So it was a beautiful experience that we really fully immersed ourselves in, and we're excited to do it again next year. Now, I'm not excited for 2024 to breeze by. There's so much work that I need to do in 2024 involving y'all. And I realized that in Kwanzaa, and seeing things through a different scope and a different lens as I was going through my Kwanzaa experience and experiencing the world at the same time, a lot has come to the forefront for me, right? And so I will be addressing and really speaking on a lot of things that I've learned. So I'm really grateful for this whole experience for Kwanzaa. I want to say that now, historically, right? I told you that my favorite day was Kawuji Chakalia. And I think it was because it was so hard to say and I could say it as a child. And it was just something that I love to walk around saying. And I embody that. I embrace that from childhood on up. But now in my adult life, in adulthood, I'm finding myself really connecting more with Ujamaa. And I really appreciate the response that I received for the video that I did for Ujamaa, where I highlighted the 16 Black owned businesses. Well, 17, because I'm including mine in that count, right? 17 Black owned businesses. The response was absolutely beautiful. Hearing the response from the people that were highlighted, some of which brought me straight back to tears. And for that, I thank you guys. The energy, the reciprocation of the energy, the reciprocation of the love, the gratitude that was expressed, it was just all so beautiful. And I want more of that for myself. I want more of that for my community. I just want to be more immersive in the collective economics of our African American community, right? And so I have made it a point to, I think what I'm going to try to do is, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it monthly, but I want to try to highlight, and I said try, emphasis on try, because I have so much planned. I have so much going on. Spirit and my ancestors and God are pushing me to do so many things. So I can't really make total promises, but my goal is to quarterly practice Ujamaa and practice collective economics and highlight more Black owned businesses, especially ones that I have had the pleasure of experiencing for myself. They were like, eventually it might trigger some things of, me being a Keith Lee-esque for Black owned businesses, which I have no issue with at all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want anybody to think that I'm going to be influenced in one way or another as far as like my reviews and things are concerned about these different businesses, right? So it was just a very beautiful energy to be in, a very beautiful thing to experience. Just really highlighting and bringing people's awareness to other businesses. I loved every bit of it. I loved every bit of Kwanzaa. And again, I am super excited because it gave me push, it gave me motivation. It really showed me a lot of things that we need within our community. And so I am going to be speaking to a lot of those things all throughout 2024. So if you are not in the energy of seeing our community grow and being part of the growth and the healing of our community, then my content for 2024 is most likely not going to be for you. If you have a hard time seeing yourself and have a hard time coming to terms and coming to grips with yourself, and having a hard time with accountability, my content is not going to be for you, because we are going to start hammering things, because it is time for our community to really start the healing process, like overdrive that thing. And when I mean the healing process, I mean healing ourselves mentally, healing ourselves emotionally, healing ourselves physically, healing ourselves as a community, healing our finances, both as individuals and as a collective community, and just healing our mindset and how we do things as a community and how we operate, because y'all, we need help. And I never thought that I would be the one to answer certain calls. And I don't know why, because my father, it's like, I'm clearly like, if you see snow and you see like the daddy Eskimo making the tracks so that his child can walk in those tracks, so that his child doesn't have any issues in the snow and navigating through the snow. I feel like that's what my daddy did for me. And I really truly love and appreciate my dad for how he's been serving the community all of my life, and the example that he has laid out for me, and him walking so that I can run, right? So in a nutshell, Kwanzaa has shown me a lot. It showed me what we need within our community. It was a great experience for my son and myself. It really highlighted some things. It highlighted some things for me as far as like my strengths and my weaknesses and things like that. And I'm just really appreciative of being able to not only celebrate Kwanzaa, but celebrate it with you guys, and you guys having a front seat to most of the celebration, to be truthfully honest with you. Now, I know you guys didn't see me and my son actually celebrating and how we did things throughout those days. I'll make another video about just what we went through, because we went through a lot. And I don't know, I know y'all don't know everything that I went through as far as creating the Kwanzaa content and pushing so that I can complete the series. I'm gonna just tell you, I was in the midst of moving, and that's why you heard so much of an echo in those videos. It just sounded like I was in like a blank, I was in a room with nothing, because I was. Actually, I was at my front door, like literally at my front door, like right there, recording this content. And I said, look, I'm not breaking down my Kwanzaa table. I don't care. I'm not breaking down my Kwanzaa table until I get all of my content together. And I was in the midst of moving. I would start moving in the morning. I would start at 6 o'clock, like packing things up, 5:30, 6 o'clock. At one point in time, I got up at 4 something and started packing. Started packing things up, and I would stop and take a break from packing, and in that break from packing, I would record my Kwanzaa content. And it came to a point where there was legitimately nothing left in that house except for my Kwanzaa setup. And I am so extremely proud of myself, because I really pushed myself. I pushed to make sure that I completed it. I pushed to make sure that I was consistent. I pushed to make sure that I put my heart into it. I pushed to make sure that I stayed driven and motivated to do what I knew I needed to do. And it came out beautifully. And so I am very proud of myself. I'm going to give myself my flowers, because it was not easy to really push out that content in the way that I did. There was a couple of videos that I had recorded the week prior, and I wanted to finish that. I wanted to finish the Kwanzaa content. What I wanted was, I wanted all of my Kwanzaa content to be finished before the start of Kwanzaa, and I really wanted to only have the focus on celebrating Kwanzaa, packing up the house, and getting out, right? That didn't happen. I suffered severe eye allergies where I couldn't even open my eyes. I couldn't see anything. So that stopped me for about literally 3 or 4 days, because I was not going to get on here with bloodshot red eyes. Couldn't see. Everything was blurry, but bloodshot red eyes, and y'all think I'm on something. and it just totally looked left and went left. So I was bound and determined, and I am so glad that I pushed through. Like I said, it came out beautifully. If I hadn't told you what was going on behind the scenes, you wouldn't have known. So I am extremely grateful. Now, I intended to get some content for Through the Fire, but I was so overwhelmed with a lot. And I'll touch on that in another video. I'll touch on that in a video of Through the Fire, which that video probably won't come out until the end of February, where I touch on that, touch on the move and different things like that, and what I'm going through at this current time. So that kind of gives you an idea of how far I am in the series of Through the Fire, and where y'all are in that series as far as like real time. So I really am proud of myself. And Kwanzaa showed me what I was, like I said, what I'm capable of, where my weaknesses are, where I need to buckle down more, where I need to have a little more discipline, and how flexible that I need it to be, because things are not always going to work and go according to plan. So in a nutshell, that's not a nutshell, because this has been almost 15 minutes, but this has been what my Kwanzaa experience was. This is my Kwanzaa wrap-up video. I really appreciate all of you guys for your support. I appreciate y'all for how you guys have just like learned and we're open-minded and we're willing to go on this lovely ride of Kwanzaa with me. So with that being said, and without further ado, I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you again for all of your love and support, and I will see y'all in the next video.